Hey everybody, this is going to be a solution to problem 1.12.13 in the Collaborative Statistics textbook. It wants a sampling method to determine the average number of students per statistics class in the state. This would be the state of Oregon for us. And it says it wants 3 to 5 complete sentences, make the description detailed. So the first thing you have to kind of figure out, if you want it to be a random sample, is you have to make sure that your sampling method draws so that every class in the state has the same chance of being chosen. So think that through. In order for that to happen, you're going to want to generate some random numbers of some kind and then draw from a pot. That's one way to do it. Figure out exactly how many classes there are. And you can do this a number of ways, some of which are going to be more time consuming than others. You might go with looking online at course offerings. And then going from that, you can look at the class enrollments, which COCC, for example, publishes throughout the term. I can look at my 243 class, my 244 class, my 105 class, and I can see how many students are actually in that class at any given time. It's another way. A third way would be to actually contact each individual school's registrar, who is the person involved with keeping track of how many students are enrolled. And I'm sure it's data-based in some way there. So there's 3 ways, probably in order of medium to most to least amount of effort that it would take. You also have to define per statistics class. Are you talking about college statistics classes? Are you talking about high school? Are you talking about all college and high school statistics classes? What is statistics? Stat 1, Stat 2? We're getting a little hung up with language here, but I think that's important. As we've discovered, it's extraordinarily important to define the terms we're studying. So let's just say it's community college statistics classes. In Oregon, there are 17 of them. Now, one way you could do it improperly is to generate a random number between 1 and 17, contact that school, and see how many students are how many average students are in the statistics classes in that school. And that's a pretty terrible indicator, because if you hit a school with a very, very low enrollment, you might underestimate the average number of students. If you hit a school with very high enrollment, you might overestimate. So one thing you want to do is it's important to capture the representation of all 17 schools and their potential statistics classes. Something else that's possible is to scrap the entire idea of getting a statistic of an average and go straight to the parameter and do a census. If you contacted all the registrars of all 17 community colleges in the state, you might be able to get every single enrollment of every single statistics class, average them all together, and then you've got your average. So that's another way of looking at it. So that might be an equally valid way for you to look at it. So some things to think about.